Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's the goal is 30. The goal. Yeah, this is the one I was saying was the coin to get into last time we talked 2 weeks ago. Yeah, definitely sounds good. I had to look at the date. It was the 28th last time we talked. That was last Friday, so that'd have been right here. But this is Solana. Remember last time I was saying this was looking the best, and sure enough, we finally got that pop up in the next region. Looking from about right here to like 150, 155, I think. Yeah, so because still have some room here. Let's switch over to Bitcoin now. Just wanted to flex just a bit. Let's see here. But yeah, I think Bitcoin's like similar. Did pretty much what we were talking about. Would have been that would have been here last time we meet, and I was saying that we're probably going to make lower lows on this formation, which we did. Not quite as low as I was looking, but I still think we probably do test lower before this formation on Bitcoin at least comes to like a completion. But the big level on Bitcoin we're looking at is if we can get above here and close here. So we definitely have like some divergence here growing. So if we don't close a higher high on the weekly or compared to the RSI, so it'd be above this level right here. So then it starts to kind of look bad. It looks like we might already be kind of topping a bit there. Zoom out. Yeah, so I think the last time I was talking about the big thing was staying above this line right here. Which, even if it was still in the middle of a consolidation, you expect it to bounce off here. Back up somewhere around here. This will keep kind of closing higher and will be harder and harder to kind of break. But the big thing I think I was talking about on like momentum levels, I was looking for the weekly momentum to get back down to this region. So you could probably just draw a box here. Let's see. So I'll be looking for weekly stochastics to get somewhere down into here. So that's another reason why I'm thinking this, at least on Bitcoin, probably not making all-time highs from here. I think at best we test the top of the range up here, just below 120. But more than likely, like that could be the top right there, or maybe we shoot a little higher up here to like, when was that, like 117, 117-ish. Now, theoretically, if we did kind of just break new highs and shoot up, that would be obviously super bullish for the short term, but that would also be a bad signal as far as the longevity of the bull market. Because if that were to happen, I would think that we probably are on a 4-year cycle and probably top out like late this year. Something a little more healthy. You're looking for more, like, see how this one like obviously took quite a while. I don't think we'll get quite a big of a pullback like we did here. But as far as kind of like time frame and how it looks on the chart, god damn it, keep fucking. I think we're looking something similar to that more than we are to this. That would probably be us bouncing down, and probably I moved the box that was up here, moved it down a bit. So I'll be testing probably at least down here. Next level would be, what is this down here, like about 100,000, maybe just below. This weekly 50 would probably move up in this box by then. Let's see if we can see anything on that. But yeah, you see our momentum here. It's still kind of 2 week to the downside. Weekly still to the down. 5 week, that's flush to the downside. So still macro momentum kind of to the downside here. Where's the monthly at? Monthly's positive, but curling down. Spent quite a bit of time up in here in this more extreme zone. Expect some kind of breakdown. Not breakdown, but some kind of momentum kind of relief, like a regrouping. Same thing here. Although on the 2 week you could move this box up and expect the test down here. The weekly is probably a little better there. But yeah, I mean short term, probably the next week or two, I would expect maybe a little higher. This could be the top. I think altcoins are definitely the more interesting kind of play over Bitcoin. Let's see, Bitcoin dominance, we saw this really break down. This is definitely a bearish signal right here. When you see momentum kind of climbing and price actions basically going sideways. This is just, it's a distribution. And same thing if you saw it the other way around, it'd be accumulation, but that'd be a bearish, which probably tests down in this box. I can't remember why we drew this in there, but that probably makes sense. But I mean, the big thing is this is trending downwards for sure. We have a big change in behaviors. This is your alt season just beginning. I think we covered that last time. I also see the RSI losing the bearish control zone. We haven't touched around that in quite a while. Let's see. ETH. I think we did test. We're near all-time highs. Did we break it? Looks like we might have broke it a tad. At least on this chart. It probably varies per chart. Yeah, testing a major high like this, you would just expect some kind of consolidation around here. You can see this kind of curling over. It needs to recharge. Same thing with 5-day, 3-day. Daily, see the shorter time stuff is bouncing a little relief bounce. Maybe up to here. And then probably ultimately, probably test lower. Oops, keep fucking moving my lines. Probably down in this box somewhere. Where is this down? Like 4,020 and below. 4,000 to 420, something like that. Good number. But no divergence here. I don't expect us to test probably down all the way down here. Wouldn't really expect that. But we could definitely test down in here. If we see kind of that bigger pullback in Bitcoin, we'd probably see something similar here. But the interesting one was also, this is kind of just another thing. This is kind of a bullish. I was kind of grinding up on this bullish control zone. Once we kind of break above that and start basing here, and then really gonna have like a all-time highs and all that kind of fun. But Solana actually looks like quite a bit better than the other altcoins I was looking at. Just like on the momentum right here. So you still got the weekly, it's up. I think even the 2 weeks up. Yeah, 2 weeks is like flush up. Monthly's probably up. Yeah, ooh, that's nice cross. So on these macro ones, where the other one, Bitcoin, ETH, I think XRP too, are kind of, they're downward pointing. You actually got Solana here is actually momentum's still pretty strong to the upside. Coming out here, about a fourth test, the all-time high. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if this kind of breaks out and we take a move higher. Where that could be, I mean, going on something smaller. I guess you could. Ooh, well, I wouldn't Solana. Not Solana. Everything I said the last like 5 minutes is don't short Solana. BTC, ETH. I mean, yeah, there could be a narrative there, but I mean, at the same time, like, you don't want to get cute and like get used to shorting stuff in a bull market, because especially in a bull market, like it can change quickly and you get liquidated, and it's just not like a smart move. But I mean, short time frame, just having fun, like go for it. But just know, like it's dangerous. You're kind of fighting the current, especially as a trader. Like one thing we do is like focus on shorting in a bear market and then longing in a bull market, because your odds are obviously going to be much more favorable. Not that you can't do vice versa, but you probably shouldn't. Oh, this is dominance. No, I don't see anything that would be warranted that. I mean, Feds are about to cut rates next week, which doesn't mean we're going to like moon right away. That could be kind of the narrative right now you're seeing that drives us up to this kind of next kind of lower high. But I mean, also usually see kind of like a red after Not that that's super applicable, since in environments where the Feds would be raising rates the last 20 years, there's never been like inflation's never been an issue. It's like a different set of circumstances. So I don't expect that to be like necessarily a guarantee of red month, but I wouldn't expect a moon yet for sure. But I mean, alt, you don't know. Lowering interest rates. It's like it's the cost to borrow. The cost to borrow money, like the base rates. Yeah, exactly. Which allows for like people to take loans, more favorable conditions, and take more risk and build businesses, and it's good. It's supposed to be good for like economic growth. But it's bad for inflation. That's why we haven't been. They usually would have lowered rates like a while ago, but since we've had inflation, when we never really had inflation as an issue, like in decades, that's why they've kept rates kind of tighter than they probably would have, in the past. If that makes any sense. I mean, it's pretty kind of more on the complicated economic side of things. Essentially, they like buy and sell like bonds and stuff, short term, like lending notes and stuff, in order to actually like change the market rate. Probably shouldn't get too nerdy on it, unless you guys want to. Right. Yeah. Yeah. It also flows down to like leverage and stuff like that. But I mean, on basic terms, well, yeah. But I mean, you think about like basic terms, it's kind of like having a cheaper credit card payment. Like that'll kind of make you spend more money. The same thing works like investing and all this other stuff that actually moves markets. Which I think the loan market is kind of like the biggest market. Oh, I'm sure some people do, but you shouldn't do that. I mean, yeah, it's just you go like broke quick too. You got to be really careful. Definitely not advised, but yeah, I mean, you can do that. You don't got to tell them what you're taking a loan out for, depending on the loan, like a student loan. No, yeah, no, 100%. They're like, get the fuck out. Yeah, they'll tell you to get out real quick. Laugh at you like, what? You were crazy. Like to them, you might as well be saying like, give me a loan so I can go to fucking Vegas. I got a good feeling about all in on red. I need that loan. Yeah, they'd make a good YouTube video. These like prank fucking videos. Oh yeah, I mean that's when you don't have to like really explain what you need it for because you got collateral. I need a collateral loan. Then you might lose your house though. So be careful. Yeah. Okay. When did we last? Oh, Toronto. Okay, I've heard of that in a long time. Okay, so I think last time we talked, I think I was saying this is probably going to make new lows on the formation, but it actually didn't get quite as low as I thought I was going to get. I was going to get more down here. So that's good. Looks like we are kind of breaking out a little bit of here, but this is kind of extended. We could see probably maybe a test up in this range right here, and then probably a pullback with the rest of the market. See, that looks good. That looks pretty good if it holds. 5 and weekly down. Yeah, I mean, I could see this testing a little higher up in the This probably should be lower. Something like that. But yeah. Probably seeing ultimately here is probably like a wedge formation. So you can see kind of this, the top up here. And this will kind of be like your bottom. So you can even do like a timing on this. So usually break out like 70%. That could be somewhere over here. So we probably test here, maybe test a little bit. Then a low, come back up here, then break out. What is it? I mean, I was kind of expecting like a month, so that would make sense. I think last time I was talking about, was probably going to take like a couple months. I think mostly hold. I mean, maybe like, yeah, probably like a month at least. Could be sooner, but I mean, playing the odds. And from there, we probably do get a test here, and this probably ends up being one big formation, and then that's when we start talking maybe crazy numbers. That's probably not. Oh yeah, that should be a little more liberal. Doesn't got to be exact. Yeah, over $8. What is that? Yeah, it's a pretty good game right there. Yeah, it's definitely like a little over 1x. Yeah, that's not crazy. That's probably just like getting started as far as back end of the year. But yeah, I mean, it looks good. It's not like Solana right now, but I mean, wouldn't expect this to quite be as good as Solana yet. But this is a bigger token, I'm pretty sure, right? So it would probably be kind of that next tier of tokens that do see love. Yeah, seems not bad at all. It's definitely a lot of garbage that look a hell of a lot worse than this. Let's see, what was another one? Algo? Somebody want? Oh, well, no, you said Tron. God, this coin's been around for fucking ever. What the? Finance. Oh, what have they been up to? Ah, interesting. This chart looks fucking good. What the fuck happened to Tron? What? That's crazy. Ah, that looks solid. Kind of getting extended here. Giant divergence. Theoretically played out though, so could go higher. Yeah, that's a trip. This shit's fucking. I'm making the right coin. Yeah, what the fuck? Guess I gotta get me some Tron. This is bullish. It's fat. Wick down. 8 back up. Let's see. Up. Somebody Bitcoin. Down. I mean, it could. I mean, when you get shit trending like this, it could like test higher before ultimate consolidation. A little bigger one. But yeah, damn, that's interesting. I was not expecting that shit. This is like a joke coin back in the day. Those are just. I probably shouldn't talk shit. Next. What we got here? Oh, yeah, and somebody like this one. What was this one? Athena. Okay, this was okay. Stream divergence. The overall looks good though. Probably just consolidate somewhere from here though. Before probably taking this next big level, but $1.25. fat double bottom. I don't expect it to get down here, or else something's wrong. So like low case, I would maybe test them down here. If you get some kind of big consolidation wicking around. Let's look at the volatility. It's not like, okay, well, on 2-day. Yeah, we're not getting like much expansion. But yeah, I mean, overall, this doesn't look too bad. Okay, what we got? No. Yeah, I mean, at least it's like, yeah, but no, it wouldn't affect crypto at all. It's got no like bearing on any kind of finance. And he'll just deny it. Like he'll just be like, "No, it's fake. It's fake news. It's not real. It's forged." Like there'll be a bunch of people who believe him, and nothing will happen. Yeah, for Marcus. No, just be interesting. Entertainment. Yeah, it was pretty hot there for a minute. We should have did something in game, but that'd have been a little spicy. Make an Epstein in game or something. That'd be yeah. That's pushing the line. That's pushing it. Yeah, throwing files at you. Make him a boss. Evil boss. There you go. That's more valuable for sure. Yeah, that's true. That's a good one. Especially if they do release it. It's going to be all over the news and shit, so we'll have it lined up. If that day comes anytime soon. They did release a bunch of shit, didn't they? Oh, they did release like a bunch of shit, but I think it was like like you have to run it through AI or something, like a bunch of like JPEGs and shit. Like that shit ton of them. Very odd. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you never know exactly what they're not showing you. With all these other files, they always tend to freaking like they've been releasing JFK files. Seems like forever. Like, I thought they already did it, but nope, there's shit they didn't release, and it just keeps going. Yeah, it would distract us for sure. Maybe that's what he was doing when he launched Trump Coin and Melania and all this other crap. Just look at your shit coins, not the Epstein files. He did pump meme coins like crazy though. No, a lot of people got burned. I mean, it's possible, but I don't think so. I think you'll see probably like the bigger ones, like still like have traction and stuff. As far as like as crazy a guy, I mean, we could see something like that for a short period. But I think it'll ultimately kind of shift over to more utility, more practical uses. Stuff that's not just going to disappear real quick. Yeah, exactly. Like nuts and bolts, definitely more GameFi kind of branding as kind of like a meme theme. Speaking of which, your token's actually looking good. This is on a daily. We still have higher high, higher high. If this closes, which I'm sure it will, is another high, high, higher low, higher low, higher low. So that looks good. I mean, it's like bucking the trend of most coins. And we're crossing up from like a low spot. We're not. You see, most coins have like spent token or spent time up in these extreme zones. We're like barely just getting to that. So I mean, that's a good sign. That's on the daily. Oh yeah, look at the weekly. Broke above the bearish control zone, bounced off it, flush up. That looks pretty solid. New higher high that we've had since June. I mean, that's pretty solid. Our big test is once we get above this, then we're like looking good, which would be kind of in this region. But you see the slope right here, like this is going to be coming down. It's going to be easier with the weeks. Then we got this level, and then really outside of that, there's not much price activity. We got a little one here around like 60, 50. And then from there, there's like nothing stopping us from like 750 or 250, 270. Then I think up in here like 4, yeah. So we just got to get out of this big consolidation zone. Structurally, this looks pretty good. Macro, we got our higher lows. Close above this the coming weeks. Then that'll really signal like a clear, obvious change of behavior. Yeah, getting above the midline. So we've never really spent much time above on like a macro term. Early on, when this didn't register, obviously we were fucking way up here. But this is really what matters. Once we get above this mid zone, like somewhere around this area, then you have a completely new trending, different behavior, and then we start spending time up here, and that's when we're way the fuck up there. I mean, even just to get back to all-time highs, we're talking like a ton of X's. Yeah, I mean that's a lot of gains, bro. Potentially. I mean, nothing's guaranteed. But as far as timing in the market and everything, I think everything's looking pretty solid. It's a slow grind. It's not going to happen overnight, but it's there. Just got to give it a little time to develop. Do have some volume recently here. It's pretty nice. $5.20 to $4. Solid. Yeah, that's kind of exciting. Got a new high there. Legit. We'll see what's going to happen over the next month. Could get really interesting. Just saying. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just especially looking at the altcoins, you would think we have quite a bit of time still. Unless it just starts getting like crazy, like right off the bat, like right now, and just I don't really expect that to happen. But if we do see like Bitcoin just break out the next high and then start hitting maybe more extreme zones, I'm kind of we're so far low down here. Yeah, no, I'm not tripping. This is definitely gonna happen. I think we're only just getting started in that area. Same thing I've been pointing out here on Bitcoin dominance. I mean, this is only like a few weeks back. Just giant change in behavior. And I think I highlighted kind of this is your first half of your bull market. You expect it to be up in here and be trending for Bitcoin strength. And this would have been your last altcoin bull market. So you can see last like quite a while. And it's more towards the back half of this you would see like the riskier shit, like doing crazy, crazy gains. So yeah, I mean, I think we're just getting started. As far as altcoins, I mean, Bitcoin's already been a bull market for a while, but you see this in all cycles basically. You kind of a Bitcoin like led narrative and dominance through the first half. And then you see the second half, you start to see the riskier stuff, the altcoins start to pop off. It's always going to be, I think I've been saying this for like months, it's always going to be the bigger, higher cap stuff, your Solanas, your ETH, stuff like that. It's going to pop off first. It's the most liquid. It's the easiest place to get gains at the time, like risk reward wise. The NASDAQ does its gains, and the capital starts to flow down of riskier and riskier assets because people want those gains. It becomes like a high you chase. You can't get that on Bitcoin, then you go to ETH and Solana, and you can't get it there. Then you move outside the top 10 and outside the top 100. And yeah, for sure. You see the shortest amount of period when those coins are going crazy, but they do like the craziest gains. But it won't last like too long, maybe like 3 to 6 months. So maybe the end of this year, go on to like maybe the first half of next year. That would be kind of at this point what I would kind of be looking at as far as kind of like the cycle, ultimate cycle top. Could go longer though. I mean, this has been a pretty extended market. I mean, how long was this? Let's see. Oh, we're looking weekly, 139 bars. Shit. What is that like? Two, yeah, over 2.5 years. Call it like 2.5 years. Really, really didn't start until here. So let's call it 2 years. I don't know if we'll see 2 more years, but I think we'll probably do like a year, close to a year. Yeah, I mean, it really hasn't even begun. I mean, the majors and all still haven't made like real all-time highs. And that typically, a lot of people will mark that as kind of like your altcoin season 2 is when you see ETH kind of break its all-time high. Convincingly, I think we broke it on this chart, but I mean, if you want to see like opening and closing above the all-time high. Yeah, it's a 0x right now. Yeah, it's definitely gonna have diminishing returns as there's more capital to move in order to move the price, or it takes more capital to move the price. But still, I think we can get to like 10, like a 2-3x wouldn't be crazy. Oh yeah, no, yeah, for sure. I mean, it could change like from day to day, week to week, month to month, depending on what happens. That's gonna change the data, change the picture, and then like the closer you get to a gate, the easier it is to kind of predict. So something that far out, you're really just taking a shot in the dark. You know what I mean? I mean, there's obviously stuff you can go off of, but it's definitely not exact. And they're not like reliable. Just gives you an idea. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's see. I think it should be on here. Let's see. Oh, where is it? Planet Crap. That looks weird, but yeah, I can't remember last time we looked at this, but it was looking good. Right? It was right. Would have been back here. I can't remember what I said, but I don't think we talked about it last time. I think it was. I think it was way back here. I think. Oh, but did we look at it last week? Yeah, it would have been like up here somewhere. All right, it didn't look bad at the time. It was definitely before all this happened. But when it's back, the volume looks nice. You see increasing volume here. That's what you want to see. Momentum's up. I'm not gonna have too much data here. Yeah, I think that's Ron though. This is like 50 cents. So it'll be like 0.0005 or 6 cents. But this is good. We're getting up to this region. Probably maybe test higher up into here. Ultimately pull back a little bit off that. But no, it looks good. Increasing volume, breaking here, bounced off. Probably do test this average of it. Then this is only 12 hour. So yeah, probably do bounce off of here a little bit, maybe test a little more. I think the rest of the market's solid. It makes sense to some kind of pullback off this region. But it looks strong. This volume looks good. Looks solid. Especially this last like week. You got the strong base right here. Expect it to stay above that. The worst case maybe pulls back down into here. That's not like a crazy. I mean, it's like a 20%, but I mean that's probably like worst case. Probably bounce off here, and this will get dragged up. Maybe up into here. This is why we'd be looking for a pullback if we do get one, which we probably do. Somewhere like in there. Look for these moving averages to pull up maybe next week or two. Maybe a week. Looks solid though. I mean, if you're holding that, keep on holding. Looks like it could get really interesting. To give you like a better return, like a higher yield. Okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah, yeah, that's a lot of work. But that's a good idea. It's kind of reinvest in it. I think it's definitely going to go higher. Looks solid. So it definitely looks a lot better in gaming tokens. Most gaming tokens, I think, are looking shitty. So it's definitely bucking the trend. That's definitely something interesting. Anything doing something different than in, like what normal tokens are doing within like maybe competitor tokens is the best way to say it. So if you're looking at gaming tokens, which I mean you look like Ron, I think that's down here. Just I mean I guess basically a gaming token, but more of like an index of gaming tokens. You see this is kind of still scraping, still went towards the lows. I mean it looks quite a bit different. Just straight like just downtrend during the history of this one. Obviously we got that pullback, but yeah, this looks solid. Definitely should have bought some, that's for sure. Yeah, a little better. Sounds good. Yep. Not a problem. Take it easy, guys.